What's up everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Awesome Tech You Can't Buy Yet, a weekly show where I round up all of the best crowdfunding projects that have hit the internet this week. First up is probably one of the coolest projects I've seen in months. It's called the SpiralOne, and it is essentially the most badass squirt gun you've ever seen in your whole life. Unlike all of those super soakers you used to use as a kid that you had to pump, and then when they ran out of water, you'd have to unscrew the tank and go fill it up and all that stuff. This thing is completely redesigned for the 21st century. So instead of shooting just a single stream that gets weaker as it runs out of pressure, this thing shoots water bullets. So it'll just shoot a little quick burst and it launches it really far and really accurate. It stays together instead of turning into a big old spray. It also has all of these crazy tech functions on it. So when you run out of water, all you have to do is stick it into a water source and then press a button and it will automatically refill itself. It has a digital display that tells you how many shots you have left. Unfortunately, it doesn't have an automatic mode or a grenade launcher mode, but it is easily way cooler than any squirt gun you've ever seen. The only problem is it's also kind of expensive. If you want one of these suckers, you're gonna have to shell out at least 134 bucks. They're estimating that this thing is gonna ship in around August 2019, which is pretty far out. It's a year away from now, so I'm gonna say that yes, they are gonna hit that deadline. Next up is this thing called Oko, which looks like an AR or a VR headset, but it is not. It's actually this really weird smartphone photography enhancer thing. So the idea of this is you stick your phone in it, you put your phone on your face, and it completely fills up your vision so you can see in great detail what the scene looks like and what you're about to shoot. You can also get in there and fiddle with color balance and phone settings and all this stuff, and just basically ensure that you're gonna get the best possible shot with your smartphone, which is pretty neat because when you're using your little small screen, you get all kinds of pixel compression and you don't actually see a good representation of what you're about to snap. It's also relatively cheap. You can pick up one of these guys for about 50 bucks. Estimated delivery is March of 2019. Not really sure about this one. These guys have brought a couple products to market before, so who knows, they might be able to do it. Next up is another really weird photography gizmo. It's this thing called Wallowa, and it is a probe lens for macro photography. I honestly didn't even know that something like this existed. I'm not sure if it did exist before. What it is basically this really long tube lens that is specifically designed for macro photography. So I'll spare you all of the geeky photography details. All you really need to know is that this thing gives you a way better depth of field than traditional macro lenses. And it also has a wider angle that includes more of the background in your shots. It also has a light on the end and it's completely waterproof. So basically what that means is it's gonna allow you to get in really close regardless of where you're shooting and just capture really epic macro shots. Only downside is it is a little bit spendy because it's clearly a very specialized piece of photography gear, so it's gonna put you back about 1,300 bucks if you wanna get one of these. They're shooting for an October of 2018 delivery date. Seems a little ambitious to me. However, these guys do have manufacturing experience, so that might not be too far-fetched. Next up is this thing called Brix Power. It is a wireless mobile charging pack, which is honestly something it's so simple and so brilliant that I can't believe nobody has thought of this before. Essentially what it is, it's a mobile charging pack just like the one that you probably have, except it doesn't require a wire. So it's way more convenient. You just stick it to the back of your phone, and as long as your phone is compatible with the Qi wireless charging standard, it will just juice it up wirelessly. It sticks to your phone using this nano suction thing that apparently can be stuck to your phone and then removed and washed off and restuck thousands of times. It's a pretty cool idea. It's also relatively cheap. You can get it for 24 bucks right now on Kickstarter, and they're shooting for an October of 2018 ship date. Last but not least, we have the Infinite Cooler, which is arguably one of the most tricked out coolers ever. It's even crazier than the Coolest Cooler, which you might remember from a few years ago. It was really popular on Kickstarter, raised $13 million, and then it flopped and didn't deliver to people. So hopefully this one is not like that. In terms of specs and features, this thing has a 550 watt blender on top for making margaritas, 6 cup holders. It's got an LCD display that displays power and volume for everything because it also has speakers. It has a charger for your phone. And on top of all of that, it can also allegedly keep all of your food cold for 7 to 12 days thanks to this nano powder insulation, which kind of sounds like it might be Can I say But hey, if it's real, then this is pretty sweet. If you want to get your hands on one of these bad boys, you got to dish out at least $229, and they are currently estimating that it's going to ship around March of 2019. Thanks for watching, guys. If you liked the video, be sure to like and subscribe. Also, if you want to check out some of our past videos that we've done before, check out all of those links in the right side over here. And if you want to see any future episodes where I bring you more awesome crowdfunding stuff, definitely tune in again to Awesome Tech You Can't Buy It on Digital Trends or on Instagram TV.